forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
On this Saturday night, we do have some clouds increasing across central Illinois as we expect some rain showers to move into the area by tomorrow morning and throughout much of the day tomorrow. But our temperatures have fallen into the generally lower and middle 60s, 64 degrees in Lincoln, 65 in Decatur, but it's 62 in Jacksonville as well as in Springfield, 60 in Champaign, and 61 in Mattoon, which is where we have our KC Summers weather camera, part of a Roofing Dog iNet. If you can see the sky, you'd see that there will be more clouds coming into play here, and we expect a pretty cloudy Sunday for us with some on and off rain showers. Very calm winds are expected right now, and that's expected to be the case later on tonight as well. For the day tomorrow, we'll have some rain showers, primarily most of which will occur during the morning hours and into the early afternoon. After that, though, just kind of cloudy with some on and off rain showers. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
Something strange going around.
A man was found dead in a parking lot. Now police are trying to figure out what happened before shots went off. A woman who goes above and beyond rose to the top in the Midwest. Who she is and what she did to earn a big honor.
I want to build them up and equip them for everything to come in their life.
Wait until you see how this teacher is standing up for these kids' futures. How you can tell right away what sets him apart.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
It is always violence. We need to stop the violence, that's all. We just need to stop the violence. It don't matter where it happens at.
A 20-year-old was found dead in a parking lot early this morning in Decatur. Good evening, I'm Emily Braun. Police were called to Edward Street after a report of gunshots. When they got there, they found where a gunshot landed. WCIA 3's Cole Henke is in our Capitol newsroom. So Cole, what is the latest on this investigation at this point?
20-year-old Dontrez Williams was pronounced dead as soon as police arrived on the scene. He was shot in the head. Today I spoke with neighbors just about the shooting and about the state of their community. Police were called to the 1200 block of Edward Street early Saturday morning. Williams' body was found in the parking lot of this corner store. Neighbors in the area I spoke with said they didn't see anything until police were already on the scene. But one neighbor, Sheila Brown, couldn't believe Williams was shot last night.
I know I just seen the youngster yesterday evening at the tobacco shack.
Brown is tired of the violence that she says plagues the city she's lived in for 40 years.
It's something need to be done because, you know what I'm saying, it's something strange going around and we don't know what these youngsters doing these days, and they need to have people that control the area more.
Art Harper has also lived in Decatur for around 40 years, and he wants to see some change as well.
Only thing I've seen change is the people that run the town. That's the only thing I've seen change.
Harper said he thinks Decatur is caught in a vicious cycle.
But as far as living in the neighborhood, working in the neighborhood, everybody going to work, doing their thing, nothing has changed. Everybody go to work, everybody pay their bills, and the violence still continues.
Now, police are still investigating this shooting, and they have yet to say if they have any suspects or if they know why Williams was shot. Decatur police are encouraging anybody with information regarding this incident to call them or Crime Stoppers. Emily?
All right, Cole, thank you so much for bringing us that. And we now know the name of the missing kayaker who was found dead in Lake Springfield last night. The Sangamon County coroner says 59-year-old Donald Ellis was found by the Springfield Fire Department divers. This started yesterday afternoon when a neighbor reported hearing someone yell for help. Emergency responders found an empty kayak and a life jacket. They searched for about 3 hours until they found his body. There were no signs of foul play, but his death is still under investigation. A man is in the hospital after he was assaulted in Ford County last week. He was found in the backyard of a home on East Center Street near South Railroad Avenue. 34-year-old Clayton Markham from Paxton is in jail for aggravated battery and obstruction of justice in connection to this. Markham, seen here, was arrested after police interviewed him at his home on East Center Street. Officers saw blood on his clothes. After they got a search warrant, they found more blood and signs of a fight in his home. Edgar County deputies took a man wanted on a federal arrest warrant to jail. Deputies say Christopher L. Asbury has been involved in a major meth trafficking case that's spanned more than a year. Asbury was indicted by a federal grand jury in Urbana earlier this week. The sheriff's office worked with Paris police and DEA agents on this case, covering a multi-state area. It took hundreds of hours of police work. After Asbury appeared in court, he was turned over to U.S. Marshal custody. It's the first year for this national award honoring service, and a Champaign woman got it for her work in the community. Deborah McFarland was one of 30 people to receive the Distinguished Service Award. She's the only person in the Midwest to get this. It's presented by the 400 Years of African American History Commission. It rewards people who have dedicated their lives to serving the communities around them. McFarland did just that when she started her group, Dream Girls Academy. All right, well, the weather today was certainly a dream.
Sure
I will say that.
Yeah, it was a nice day today. Unfortunately, only one good weekend day since we've got more cloud cover as well as some rain showers in the forecast for tomorrow. But if you kind of like some of those cooler, cloudy days, you probably would like tomorrow. So taking a look at our weather window from Charleston on a Roof and Dog Island, we do have clouds increasing in the area, and there are some rain showers coming in to the far western parts of the state. We topped out today at 78, a few degrees shy of our average high in the low 80s. And coming up, we are talking about the rain returning. The temperature is on their way up after that, with more sun in the forecast, too. Stay with us.
Trust the most accurate forecast from the WCIA3 Storm Team. Now, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Jack Gervin.
So clouds have increased due to the fact that we have some rain showers moving into parts of the area. In fact, they're right along the Illinois River right now, approaching Peoria. So we'll watch out for that. Those were supposed to fizzle out, but they have still kind of held on. So we may actually get some rain showers overnight tonight coming in from Iowa. But we've really been expecting more in the way of some shower activity to come in for the area tomorrow, mainly during the morning hours as well as the early afternoon. With the cloud cover, though, we shouldn't be dropping too much more from where we currently are. 60 in Champaign, 62 in Danville, 61 in Mattoon, 64 in Lincoln, and our winds are very light out there. In fact, most spots are calm. So in fact, we will drop to 60 tonight with cloudy skies and the winds out of the northwest at 2 to 5 miles an hour. And you're going to see here that future track is kind of close here. Does have some rain showers in the vicinity, just not the bigger green blob like we should have, though, on the radar based on what it is right now. But some of these do sneak into the area. If you live in the southern half of the viewing area, for example, you're likely not going to see any of this if you live south of I-72, for example. But we do expect for Sunday morning especially for more rain showers to be moving through the area, and then we'll kind of have those on and off throughout the day. So cloudy skies and some rain showers will keep us down to only 71 for the high, and winds out of the east at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. So those rain showers throughout the morning hours will then continue into the afternoon, but as we go through more of Sunday, we'll see less and less rain. So I do think the best chance of you seeing rain will be in the morning. However, there will be the chance in the afternoon, the evening, and even into early Monday morning as well. There could still be a few spotty rain showers here and there. But overall, though, like I said, I think Sunday morning is going to be our best chance to see that. The rain will actually announce the arrival of a new air mass, one that is much more humid and hot, with temperatures getting close to 90 for Tuesday, Wednesday, as well as Thursday. And the Muggy meter actually becoming a bit more useful again here, since we actually have something to show here for very humid conditions expected basically during that same time as well. That's all thanks to the air mass that comes in behind our rain showers that we have for Sunday and Monday. So there it is. It spins in the warmer air from the south and southwest, and we will hold on to that trend there, like I said, for Tuesday, Wednesday, as well as Thursday. On Friday, especially during the morning, a cold front will come through, providing us with some storms and also kind of cooling us down. Not much rain, though, for the week, only expecting about a quarter to half an inch for a majority of the area, higher amounts off to the southwest. So we've got a pretty calm forecast here for us. The main takeaway, though, it gets hot. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all near 90.
All right. Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
A family dealing with a medical anomaly found out what the best treatment looks like. And it turns out it's got long ears and a twitchy nose. The story you won't want to miss.
This portion of WCIA3 News is sponsored by Tapman's Collision.
Therapy animals are a common companion for those with disabilities, but while you might be familiar with dogs and horses, one family in Farmer City discovered the perfect furry friend for their daughter was a rabbit. CI Living storyteller Erin Valley has more on how they discovered a larger purpose through their farm and rabbitry.
When you first pull up to Crystal Smith's house in Farmer City, you won't see anything out of the ordinary. Just don't expect to find a car in the garage. one wouldn't fit anyway, because this garage is stacked top to bottom with bunnies.
My husband was like, we're not gonna have this gigantic, zoo. Well, too late. It happened.
Crystal and her family own and operate Cherokee Flats, where you can discover animals from mini-lop rabbits to turkeys. Just one peek inside these cages, and you'll see baby bunnies nursing and grooming.
I think the farm honestly helps us keep our sanity.
Her 17-year-old daughter, Autumn, suffers from an extremely rare form of Leigh syndrome. The syndrome affects Autumn's heart, speech, growth, and mobility. Crystal says her rabbits are therapeutic for Autumn.
It's comfort to her. It's security for her.
Crystal says that after seeing how positively the rabbits affected Autumn, she decided to offer rabbits at discounted prices to families of children with disabilities. Occasionally, she'll even get phone calls from customers about how her rabbits have helped kids reduce their need for anxiety medication.
It makes me extremely happy to know that all the stuff we've gone through with this sick kid has helped some other family with the same situation. Hang on, Em.
A Springfield teacher is one of 10 finalists for the Illinois Teacher of the Year. Dan Hartman is a 5th grade teacher at Du Bois Elementary School, and he found out in early August that he was one of the finalists, but he had to keep it quiet until this week. The principal of Du Bois, Donna Jefferson, said the energy Hartman brings to the classroom sets him apart from the rest. Hartman said he just focuses on preparing his students for their futures. And how about the future of the Illini? They're 2-0 so far.
Yeah, 2-0 heading into week 3. Non-conference schedule didn't think it was that tough, but today's game turned out to be a close one. We'll have highlights and reaction from New England coming up next.
From the official television station of Illini Sports, this is WCIA3 Sports and your Illini Nation.
Coming off the 39-point win over Akron, the Illini were maybe riding higher than ever during the Lovie Smith era, but the program hadn't won a non-conference road game since 2007. If they wanted to end that drought, today was the perfect day. Visiting UConn, one of the worst programs in the FBS, Illini came in 20-plus point favorites, but it is a terrible start. Brandon Peters' pass is intercepted on the first drive, taken back for a pick-6 by Tyler Coyle. Just like that, Illini down a touchdown. After a field goal, made it 10-0. Illini decide to go for it on 4th and short from their own 49. They don't get it. Leads to another Huskies field goal. 13-0 UConn. Then Illinois starts to get back on track. Peters hits Rayvon Bonner. Quick throw. He does the rest, taking it 28 yards to get on the board. His first career receiving touchdown. Then Peters rolling out to his left, finds Josh Imatorbhebhe in the end zone. 47-inch verticals, good use here. The Illini take their first lead of the day, 14-13. Not quite done yet in the second quarter for the Orange and Blue. Less than a minute to play. Tight end Daniel Barker on the receiving end from 18 yards out. He does his dance. The Illini at a late field goal before the half to put up 24 unanswered, all in the second quarter. The Huskies make it a game in the third. Kevin Mensah finds the goal line from 2 yards out to cut the lead to 24-20 early in the third, but the Illini offense answers later in the quarter. It's Imatorbhebhe again. His second score of the day is a big one because it was the game winner. This one was tight the entire second half. Illini pull it out. First road non-conference win since 2007, 31-23 the final. Brandon Peters throws 4 touchdown passes while Batiku records 3.5 sacks for the defense. Here's Brett Behrens with more from New England.
A one-possession lead at UConn with less than 3 minutes to play, and the Huskies driving wasn't how Illinois scripted it. Not when you're favored to win by 3 touchdowns, but that's when Dele Harding stepped up with an interception to all but ice the victory. A win is a win, even if it's ugly, and it was all that and then some for Illinois here in East Hartford. But the Illini find a way to get the job done and end that 12-year losing streak against non-conference road teams.
You always celebrate a win. It's too hard to get a win. You know, a lot of times in games like that, you know, you don't pull them out. So it takes an awful lot.
Oh, yeah, I celebrate every win. I mean, every win is a win regardless of how it looks like.
Illinois had to scratch and claw its way back after falling behind 13-0 early in the second quarter after only putting up 34 yards of offense in the opening 15 minutes. Things changed in the second quarter with the Illini scoring 4 times with more than 200 yards of total offense.
We didn't come out fast at all, but, you know, guys stayed home then, believed that we were going to win, and that's what happened.
I feel like that shows the character that this team has, you know, and it doesn't matter
matter what the score is. I feel like it wasn't pretty, but at the end of the day, I mean, we did what we came to do.
We did enough to win the game. There's some things to learn from, but a lot to clean up. I think you're becoming a good football team when you don't play your best ball, but you find a way to win.
They haven't been 3-0 since that 2011 season when they started with 6 straight wins. Left to clean a lot up before next week's home game with Eastern Michigan. Reporting in East Hartford, Connecticut for your Illini Nation, Brett Behrens, WCIA 3 Sports.
Thank you, Brett. Illinois volleyball finishing up the Big Ten Pac-12 Challenge today with a matchup against Colorado. Illini lose again, this time 3-0 to the hands of the Buffs. They are 2-2 on the season. The Adam Cushing era started with a loss to Chattanooga last week for the EIU Panthers. It doesn't get any easier this week. A big test on the road at Big Ten opponent Indiana. Cushing leading his troops into battle. The Hoosiers start firing away on their home turf. Michael Penix Jr. to Miles Marshall for the touchdown to get them on the board first. Panthers don't make a first down on their drive, so ball goes right back to the Hoosiers, and they come back with another score. Steve Scott III runs it in, this time 14-0 Indiana. EIU goes -8 yards in the first quarter. They finally get a first down in the second. Jonathan Brantley to James Sheehan making a diving catch for the Panthers. Nice grab there, but the Panthers shut out in Bloomington. 52-0 the final. They're 0-2 on the season. Here's Marley Weirdo with a recap of today's loss.
The Panthers knew Indiana was going to be a challenge. EIU hasn't won a single Big Ten game in program history. This was their 9th loss in those matchups. And it seemed like there wouldn't be many positives to take away from a 52-0 loss. But head coach Adam Cushing still walked off the field with a smile.
What choice do I have, right? Not our best day, and there, there's one thing to get beaten, and we just left a lot of plays out there, and that's what we talked about. There's you play a really good opponent like this, you got to make the plays, and we didn't make the plays, and you got to give them credit. They did. They made a lot of great plays. They got some really good playmakers. That's a really good football team.
The Hoosiers defense held the Panthers to 5 first downs and 116 offensive yards. On the other side of the ball, the Hoosiers put up more than 500 yards. But the silver lining of the day for the Panthers is the overall experience they're hoping to learn from.
I think a good thing to look at is we were able to put some drives together, even against before they were putting in their younger guys. So we got to look at those and kind of take that as positive and say we can do it against a Big Ten team.
We go watch film and learn from it and take what we did wrong and the good things and go into the next week ready and make sure we have a great week of practice and go into the next game ready.
The Panthers still on the hunt for their first win of the season, and Adam Cushing still looking for his first win as a Panther. They'll get another shot when they face Illinois State next week. Reporting at Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Marley Weirda, WCIA 3 Sports.
Thank you, Marley. Baseball today, Cardinals rout the Pirates 10-1. Cubs fall on a Christian Yelich walk-off double, so Cardinals now 3.5 games up in the Central. And the White Sox lose 8-7 on the South side to the Angels. A lot of Illinois fans were nervous today. The Twitter world was a-buzzing, but a win is a win. Move into next week. Maybe they can go 3-0.
Who do they play next week?
Eastern Michigan.
Okay, we'll have to keep our eyes on that. All right, thanks, Craig. We'll have your 7-day forecast next.
We are cloudy tonight with a low of 60, and then we'll stay cloudy for our Sunday with some on and off rain showers, most of which will be during the morning, a high of 71. Then a few more lingering showers expected for Monday morning. Will clear out after that. Temperatures rise to 84. We're then hot and sunny primarily for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, near 90 those days. And then a cold front on Friday cools us down and also brings some storm chances.
Yeah, really not too bad, but I am looking at that 90-degree day, and I'm thinking, will that be the last time we see that?
Who knows? Sometimes we can get in October, too. It gets pretty hot there. We'll wait and see.
All right. Thanks, Jack. Have a good night.